Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in this video, I would like to do a preview of the Neko DJ V5 system. So of course, the same thing. First thing first, we need to open experience settings, security, and turn on the allow HTTP request and enable studio access to API service. After that, all we need to do is just ungroup them on their respective places. Just drag them to their respective place, Ctrl plus U, or you can either just right click and then ungroup. Do the same for the rest of the folders. Start a player script, and the last one should be on workspace. And then we delete the empty folder. Okay, now thing that we need to take a look on is on replicated storage, Neko DJ config. So this is the list of the admin IDs. The admin who can control the DJ mode. DJ mode will make everyone would not be able to request any song. It is fully controlled by the DJ. And also, the DJ can skip the music, add music and such, of course, obviously, because they have full control of the DJ system. Now, if you do want to add more, for instance, like this one, you can copy that one, enter and paste, and change the ID right there. That's how you add more admin. And this one is for the G-Light panel, for those who can control the G-Light from the panel. Yeah, I'll be showing you that later. And this one is the default volume for the music. If you don't want to change this, please change to like this. For example, that's 70%. And the normal sound will be 1.0. So it's not like this format, not like this one, no. But rather, we're using this kind of value right there. And this one, if you don't want to use the G-Light at all, you can just set this to false. Means you don't use the G-Light. And then, for these two right here, we have the default reverb and default bass. If you want your music to have reverb effect from the first time someone joined the server, you can set this to true. But you don't want it, if you don't want it to have that kind of effect from the start, you can set this to false. Yeah, pretty much all you need to do is just setting the config true or false for each option. This one, and this one is for the zone. Because currently the music system requiring a zone. So if player outside the zone or not close enough to the zone, they won't hear the music. But if you don't want that, if you want the sound to be like global, you can hear from anywhere without depending on the zone right there, you can set this to false. There you are. Now, this one is the request limit. So, the player can request a music into the queue list, and the limit is 3. Currently, it's 3. You can change that. You can tweak the value to 5 or to 7 to 8, as you like. And this one is request by ID. If you do want the player be able to request song by ID by inserting music ID, but if you find that kind of annoying because sometimes people requesting music like it's not really aligned with your DJ theme or something like that, you can set this to false. So they cannot request music by ID, but they can request the music from the song library itself. Now this one is the request cooldown. So each request will have 10 seconds cooldown. You can also tweak that to 30. Yeah, again, it's configurable on this one. And this one is the foot skip. It's currently 2. It's currently 2. Of course, you can tweak the value right there for the skip duration, for the timeout. Now, this one is for the top bar icon. You can change the icon ID right there. If you do want to use the original icon I gave you right here, that's fine. But if you do want to change the icon, then change the ID right there and the label. If you don't want to use the label at all, just delete the content inside the quotation right there. There you are. Means it's only icon now. Okay, now this one is for the refresh music, because there's been known issue from Roblox. From the previous updates, they kinda make some clients too slow instead, and some clients fail to download the music ID and the music will not be sounding on their client. That's why we're adding the refresh top bar music. So if they don't hear the music, even though they have rejoined and such, you can simply just click the refresh and it will try to download the music ID over and over again until it's success on their client. So it's just case need, yeah, the stop bar. So this is really optional. Now you can set this to false if you don't want to use that, but I do recommend you to set it true in case that kind of thing happen. And this one is the SFX sound ID. You can also change that. This is the volume of that. And this one is the song list, or you may say tracks. You can just simply copy this one line, enter and paste right there. So we have the music ID, which obviously you need to publish your own music idea, because not all of these are open use, only some of them. The rest are my personal use for the showcase. So you need to change the ID to your own music, and this is the music name. You can change that. And this is the music genre. Music genre, how it works is by looking at your existing one or creating the new one. For example, if you do want to use the existing one, the remix, you can just like that. And if you do want to make another genre, new genre, you can just change this to new, for example. It would be a new genre. Now, the effect speed. So effect speed, it's currently 0.75. Of course, it's not normal because this value is for the bypassed music. So you can change this to 1.0 for normal music. But if you do have a music which most of the time, me myself, try to bypass the Roblox moderation by speeding up the music by adding the +2 pitch or the +3 pitch. Means we need to find the correct value. For example, like this one, 1 in a million. This music is edited to have +3 pitch. So the value is 0.84 for the music to sound normal in game later. And this one, Rick Stereo, if I'm not mistaken, I set this to pitch +2, and then I set this effect speed to 0.75 because that's how the sound will be normal in game. And for the rest of them, I don't bypass them on my website. If you are curious, you could check that out on Neko Omen YouTube channel on the free model one. I don't do the bypass for the rest of this. So yeah, they're just normal 1.0. And after that, if you do want to change the UI coloring, you can open this one on Starter GUI and set the visible true. You can just change the color, the tags right there. Yeah. And about the icon, yeah, it's the same. Just click like this one. You can change the icon, the image content right there. And how about the other stuff like the song list? I can't see it. You may say like that. Well, like I said, there are frames. You just need to set them to visible. Like this one, for example, yeah. See right there? Boom. There is the UI. So on, just like that. See, you can change this template image to your own. It's your map. Yeah, you can change to your map's image. Change it. And then don't forget to set this to visible false again. The genres, you can change this. The image, it's all pretty much the same. And this one is for the menus and the queue. Same thing, just click and you can change the image. And there you are. And I guess that's all about how to configure this system. Now we need to test this. Now let's try test. And here we are. Now you can hear the music right there. Yeah, the G light is auto reacting to the music. Wait, hold up. Let me just kind of far so we wouldn't get copyrighted. So yeah, there you are, the UI, just like that. You can add the bass, reverb. You can go to genre. These are the musics. You can add the music. You can favorite the music, just like that. We can add this, and it goes to the queue. And this is the DJ mode. Once to gold, normal player cannot request music or adding music to queue and such. That's the DJ mode. So yeah, let's give you kinda. Wait, let me just give you a side. Yeah, look at that. Let me just pause this. Okay, so that's how the G light works. You can see it's not reacting, it's auto off when there is no music. If we continue, okay, and then we have this G light panel. You can also control the G light, like black out between, see, between bass. It also has the strobe, strong bass, just like that. It's reacting to the music very well. And also the yeah, there are many things you can edit. Yeah, you can configure right there. And the thickness, for example, let me just make it that way. Now how about the we have the bass and reverb. Yeah, let me just turn that off so you could hear. Let me turn on. Now the bass. Okay, so that's how it looks like. And for the refresh music, again, this is just optional. If you don't hear the music, you can just simply click that. Let me just show you a bit. Click that, and it will refresh the music. There you are. Yeah, it's the same. Yeah, this is the genre. You can choose that. See, add song by ID. This is the one that I'm telling you about the ID inserting. You can search the song, for example, like this. Yeah, all songs, this, and the favorites, of course, just like that. And yeah, we can skip, pause, or reset song from the first time. Yeah, and we'll go to 0.0 again. Now, yeah, I guess that's pretty much about the Niku DG V5 system. And I hope you guys like it. See you on the next one. Bye bye.